Alright, let's do this. We gotta get gas today. Thank you to everybody who stopped in yesterday to hear me ranting about art and craziness, and that was actually a really good morning commute to catch, because I talked about a lot of the stuff that happened in the past. Kind of catches you up. A few things that I did notice. I'm not loud enough. Which I didn't even really think that was possible. And there were certain sections that it sounded like I was whispering. The car noise. Was kind of like really weird. And I think it's because I'm in a more quiet environment. Like, you'd have to go back and watch the old morning commutes to really hear like me dealing with muffler problems and craziness. To the point where like people were like going, you gotta have like a noise canceling or something. We're like telling me how to set my camera up so that I can cancel out the noise, and it's not an added noise. And yeah, I know it sounds like it's like, oh, I'm filtering, but I'm not doing that. This is kind of looks really weird. Let's see if we can fix it a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. All right. I'm gonna get some gas, and I'll be right back. I couldn't get the pump working. I had to go inside. Oh. Oh. You can't even read it. It says, Homie's Little Monster. Still not working all that quickly. Alright, we're almost done. Alrighty. What's this? I'll get my seatbelt. Yeah, they were like, oh, it's gonna be so cold today. We're gonna get some like fall like temperatures, blah blah blah. Where are they? Still says it's like in the mid 80s. Just led me down to a freaking dead end. Oh, and yeah, the 2 seasons. There's only 2 seasons in this state. Forget construction and freaking winter. Taking the highway, guys been in silence for 10 minutes. You're like, he was like that in the last video. So I'm going to try to be, what I was going to say is I'm going to try to be a little louder. I think it's because like everything is so much quieter than before. But like when you listen to me with the freaking muffler, just so you know, I got a brand new car. Yeah, the car was literally falling apart, and all I kept doing was throwing money into it. And when I found out how much it was going to cost me to get it all fixed, from stem to stern, everything fixed. It was basically what I paid for the car. I literally would have to get on another loan and basically pay for the car again. Now, doing that doesn't guarantee that I will have a working car. I know it sounds like it should, but it does not mean I will have a working car. I get goosebumps for a variety of different reasons. I know that some people get goosebumps for getting scared and stuff like that. I don't really get goosebumps for that. I do get goosebumps when cold. Which isn't an emotional reaction, and I get goosebumps when things are like almost coincidental. I think that a lot of people associate, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, always. But I think a lot of people associate that chilling thing, with being afraid. And maybe, that's why they get goosebumps. It's like somebody walked over their grave or something. I don't know nothing. So now we're back on track. We missed that road construction to go to the new road construction. Definitely didn't want to stay on the highway because that's got road construction. I did it right. I'm trying to get my thoughts together, sorry. I think that you guys already know. I mean, even if this is your second video you watched ever, you already know that I'm pretty passionate about art. And I'm very opinionated about it, and I'm not even even going to like say like I'm correct. I'm correct for myself, and it's my opinions. But I definitely know that people have differencing ideas of what they think their art should be. I do think that somebody who can only draw stick figures, or that's what they say, that can be like, I would prefer that art over an AI generated piece. And the main reason for that is because that AI generated piece, the AI generation can't make that art. AI generated art can't create something new. Can't build something. They can't create. They have no passion for it. There's no love for it. And it could be aesthetically perfect, and it's stealing from somebody else who actually, had the passion, had the love, had, the drive. And it steals it. And I think that most people forget that when you make a copy of a copy of a copy, which is really what AI is doing, and most people don't realize that. But something gets lost, and I think it's the soul. I think it's the things that people pour into their art. And I think it would go without saying that I do that. There is a lot of technical stuff that I know. There's a lot of experience that I have, and I basically just throw it all out the fucking window and just do whatever I want. And that's how I've done digital art from the beginning. But not recently. You guys are actually wonderful, and it's kind of like I feel like I'm working through a puzzle. But I was asked prior, and actually many years ago, that would you take the money? And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be flat out. This is as flat out honest as I can get. If somebody offers me the money, I'm taking it. Unless it's to do something that I don't want to do, I'm taking the money. If I drew something and somebody likes it enough that they want to pay for it, I'm not going to stop them from giving me money. And I know that people are like, oh, I'm just cutting through that noise, I guess. For me, I can't do the whole like, don't do it, stop. Don't bully me with kindness. I can't do any of that. It's unexpected. I definitely don't expect people to pay me. Which goes into that Halloween thing. I'm going to be really honest with you. I expected him to pay me. When he told me how much he paid for the piece that never got made, was expecting that money. I was expecting him to give me that money. The fact that he had to get it back from them, I was expecting it. I was expecting him to give me that money. I was. He gave me 2 weeks to do the project. I did it with flying colors. I touched on everything that he asked for. It wasn't polished. It wasn't. I mean, yeah. I would have loved to have spent a month on it. And who knows? If I did, there might be shading in my freaking art now. I mean, it's some pieces I did some shading. I love it because it's one of his biggest gripes about my art. I love it because it is. I think there's a part of me that because I know that he doesn't like it. I mean, that person who I have very limited now contact with, and that's just basically, we're doing our own thing. But I do all these projects. I do all these art projects. I mean, I've done nine art projects. It is amazing to me. But yeah, I've done like 9 art projects right now, and they're in 2 of them. No, I'm wrong. They're in 3 of them. Forgot about the chibi. Doesn't matter. I don't even invite them anymore to participate. But yeah, that's at the. But it's like people don't. It's hard even to say it like that. But that's at my course. And if it wasn't for another person who offered me, $400 to build their OC, not their model, OC, they offered me $400 for it. And I kept doing things, and it was, I have to laugh because it was the Christmas chibi that sparked this whole freaking thing. I was drawing and drawing and drawing for them. It was an amazing amount of work that I put into it, and I am not kidding when I say what they did to me. So I did a chibi mock-up of that. I did a chibi mock-up of the picture that I was drawing. And they fucking hated the free art that I drew. And they were literally told me like they wanted to be perfect. And they were making all these changes. And I was like going, but it's based on this. Oh, I want that change too. But you're not done with that. This is your finished product. No joke. I literally had to talk about a labor of fucking love to people. Like, I understand. You don't like it. You could tell me I don't like it. You could tell me why you don't like it. Not a big whoop. It was when I realized, like, going, I am never going to please this person. And they were telling me like how their friends and family were telling them that I was ripping them off. I'm ripping them off. They haven't even paid me a fucking dime yet. How did I rip them off? I was like going, nope. Not gonna do it. I had to stop. Told them. I said, I can't do it. But, I can't do it. There's a few other times people were like asking me for things, and when I gave it to them, they were just like, "Oh, thanks." Say fucking what? Oh, thank you. There's two things that I don't, where I won't make that whole, like, assumption that I'm going to get paid. Two ways that people can get art from me without me making, well, I don't make the assumption anymore anyways, but at the time, at the beginning. One, I ask, does anybody want me to draw them as what? Slime, Potaroo, Chibi, now Orc, or Q. I'll throw that out there. Yay to the world. I will draw it no matter what. Give me a reference picture, I will turn you into this. No problem. Say, I always wanted, somebody says, oh, I always wanted to be one of your Qs, or I wanted a Potaroo. I always wanted one of those. Okay. Somebody asked for a Potaroo. It's now 2 years later. I finally drew it for them. They were very grateful for it. They did not expect me to draw it. I kind of just, and the reason it took 2 years is because it kind of just fell by the wayside. They caught me right at the time that I was actually saying, I'm not drawing these things anymore. Blah blah blah. And then that's when they asked for it, like right in the middle of that. So it's probably why I totally freaking spazzed on it, which is a shame. And I did say I'm not drawing them anymore. And just recently I said offered people. I said, listen, you guys could be a part of any of the projects that I've done over the years. I can still turn you into a slime. I can still turn you into a cube. I can still turn you into a Potaroo. I can still turn you into a chibi and a onesie. I can still. I want to redo the chibis and the onesie because I originally hand drew all of them. And then went back over it in digital. Because for some reason, this is how I know I'm fucking lousy ass fucking tracer. For some reason, I thought I had to, what do you call it? Have like almost a template underneath my drawing. And I have to say, if I'm not drawing the whole, if I'm not using the template as the art, I'm just using it for size and scale. Yeah, that's all I needed for size and scale. But you can look at, I mean, if you just look at like the cues as they came up. I was first using it as a template. I was using the actual line art for the original cues to make more cues. And then I switched from like actually drawing it. And then I gave up on all of that because I thought they looked kind of terrible. If you really want to know the truth. So I freehand drew it digitally. And they look nothing alike. It looks nothing alike. To me. I guess most people, like when they say it, it looks all the same to them. It's still same style of art, still same this, but to me, I can tell when I've done a more modern cue to one of the original cues to this. Because to me the difference was so stark. It was so different from the modern ones from the original. I actually was using the originals as costumes for the Real Q Bean parody of Eminem's Real Slim Shady. For that video, and I of course put a bunch of people in Q Bean outfits, which is another art project that I'm doing. And another art project that I'm doing. It is October Eve, and that's probably one of the reasons why I'm been talking about art projects and stuff like that. I'm already set. I already got the first one done, and I'm going to unveil that after midnight tonight. should be awesome. Should be awesome. We're gonna have awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I think it came out. I think it came out great. I'm attempting a few things. So cool beans, comments below. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, everybody. Like, you have no idea like how amazing it is to like all of a sudden just like pop in and like have a whole bunch of new subscribers. It's astonishing to me. There's another like I don't expect it, but I love it when I get it. But yeah, I won't stop anybody from giving me money. I'm not, like I said, I don't expect it, but I won't stop you. Thank you for watching. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it, and we will catch you tomorrow. All right, and that will be the actual October, the beginning of October. So it'll be fun to have the first day of October. All right, I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.